Okay, so those of you I don't know, I'm Lesley. Happy to be joining you. And just as we're turning the pedals over, go through a few of the basics. I started cycling a long time ago. Fortunate to go to a couple of Olympics and represent the country on the mountain bike and the road bike. So I started out on the road bike and started out riding the road to Whistler in, oh my gosh, I'll really date myself, but it's been over 30 years. So I got to ride the old road a lot as well before they cleaned it up for the Olympics. Or was it just for the GranFondo? Is that why they built a new road maybe? But part of me getting into doing this was a group of women who asked me to help them learn how to ride their bikes better. And that was in the spring of 2010. And they were wanting to do the Fondo, the first one, that fall. So have sort of a special connection with the event itself and the years of riding the road myself. So those of you who, there's lots of people who've been training indoors for years. Some of you, it's fairly new. Some of you, all kinds of different equipment as well. So just going to talk quickly about that. You may be on your own bike with a trainer. You may be on something like me, the Cyclops bike. You may be on a Kaiser. You may be on a smart trainer or a smart bike. Watch those things, they think they're smarter than you. First thing you want to do with that is set it to a manual setting and a 0 gradient. And you're going to have to tell it a few times in the workout to go back to what you want to do, focusing on being at the right cadence and wattage, okay? So we train, and we're not going to get into the structured warm-up for another minute and a half. So just soft pedaling right now. We train by a max aerobic power system, which focuses on wattage as your meter of how hard you're going, can be related to effort, and that is what we're going to go through in the first part of the warm-up. Max aerobic power, your power is going to be very different based on a number of factors. Your size, your experience, gender, muscle mass, whole bunch of things. So that's why it's important that we learn what we're doing and not kind of looking over at the other person and trying to just compare all the time, okay? What you want to be focusing on is improving your watts per kilogram, which is going to help you climb better, and building on that threshold where you can ride pretty hard for a long time, okay? That number might come up. You might just be able to sustain it longer. So indoor training, again, one of the things we don't want to be is super uncomfortable. We're not in Bikrams. So get those windows open, fans on, and make sure you're as comfortable as you can be, okay? So we are going to start out. Warm up, super important. One of the reasons we often feel like crap in the beginning of a ride is because you go bang, right up to a hard system, all the lactate comes into your muscles, and you kind of start out at a deficit. So right now, from this 3-ish out of 10, we're going to talk about perceived effort as we're loading on gear/effort. Okay, so right now, let's think about 5 out of 10. You're at this nice cadence, 90 to 100. All y'all can just be in the range of that you feel you're the most efficient. But I call that preferred cadence, perfect cadence on a flat road. Think about it. 5 out of 10. What is that? Well, if we start at the very bottom, 1 being lying on the couch, 2 being getting up to make yourself a coffee, 3 being starting to turn the pedals over and get a little bit of warmth in your muscles, and then we start getting closer to our aerobic zones. Super important to go through them, warm them up. 5 out of 10. You can put sentences together, chat to your friend. You're riding along in a group ride. Pretty easy. Okay, just starting to feel like you're getting everything going. Related to your max aerobic power number, which is the top end of that, at 10, it's halfway there. Okay, so we focus most of the training is between 5 and 10 out of 10. Don't do a lot of 10 out of 10, but it is there. And remember, this is on an aerobic system. So when I talk about 10 out of 10, that is not your 6 to 12 second sprint effort. That is after you've done a build like this and where you're just getting to where you really can't keep the cadence anymore because you're starting to fall apart. Okay, there's your 5 out of 10. Let's just bring it up to 6 using this progressive scale. 60% number. For those of you who've trained on our protocol and know what I mean, hold the cadence. And just a little bit more gear. I'll just tell you what this is supposed to feel like. You're still speaking in sentences, but slightly more labored. You're maybe on a group ride where you started to bring up the pace a little bit from all-day pace, for sure. And in the workout today, you will come back or try to come back to this for some of your recovery. And what that's going to mean is it doesn't feel like 6 out of 10 when you actually release the gear for that. It's going to feel like, okay, got to recover here. I can't talk yet, but I know it's going to come down. Hold on to this. Best part of a minute still. This is an important range to learn. One of the big limiting factors, particularly of new riders, and not only, is never understanding easy and never understanding hard. We work a lot on learning what those really mean. 30 seconds, and I'm going to have you bring it up to 7 out of 10. Nudge it up. Be honest with yourself. This number is meaning you're at about your hour power. And that doesn't mean what you go out to ride for an hour just sort of kind of cuz. I mean, I'm going to go as hard as I can for an hour, and I'm going to finish, hopefully not with a match. Maybe if you're doing a really good hard Seymour, if you're in the Vancouver area. All right, so you're going to bring that up, holding the cadence, 90 to 100 still. Important, don't drop the cadence. Bring that gear up. Those of you who know your 70-ish%, use that number. That's your wattage. Some of you it's 140 watts, some of you it's 310. A lot of factors in there. Important that you just know this is where you can stay for an hour if that's all you're doing. Good, hold it right here. Few things while we're doing this. We're still not punishing ourselves at all. So let's just start from top to bottom. Relax forehead. Okay? Deep breath in, deep breath out. Brings the shoulders down. Give the elbows a little wiggle. Thing I always like to remind myself of, tap my hands a little bit. Makes me light on the handlebars. Super important. We're learning to ride with a straight wheel, getting over kind of bumpy terrain, using this as an absorber. Then when you hit crappy road, whatever, on the mountain bike, on the gravel bike, you just kind of flow through it with the bike. Okay, ankles moving. I'm going to have you bringing it up in a minute. Use those ankles. Help your feet get around. Last minute here. Before we get into our 8 out of 10, which is tapping on that lactate threshold, I want you just to think about Everything from here down. Core is engaged. And that's what allows us to ride with a nice steady upper body. Pistons turning over. Less than 30 seconds. Hold on to it right here. You should have felt this build throughout the whole last 6 minutes. Good. Right here, holding the cadence, getting ready to increase the gear again. If you don't have massive spaces in your cog set, hopefully one gear right now. The rest of you, increase on your device. Hold the cadence. 8 out of 10 feeling. In all the stuff that we've looked at with people in around here is definitely getting challenging. Maybe 12 minutes you have in yourself doing this. I see Veronica's joined us. We're getting earlier and earlier, Veronica. Almost be daytime for you soon. Veronica's in Italy. Okay, another little bit here. Stay with me. We're not going up to 9, okay? 30 seconds. Relax those shoulders. I see a few creeping up around the ears. Can see your Hollywood squares. 15. Breathing is definitely labored. In 10. 3, 2, and let it go. Easy, easy. Back to that 3 out of 10-ish. All these opportunities as well. Have a little drink. The next piece, and we are going to do, in all these workouts, at this time of year, we always start training for some of the actual RBC Whistler GranFondo segments, as we call them. The first one we're doing today is actually a place that even people from the Vancouver area rarely, if ever, have ever ridden. I talked about riding the highway for years, but we didn't go up this way. This is because we come over from Stanley Park at the start. I'll talk about that as we're going to go into it. Cadence, super important. We're just going to do a little activation. Some of you have a pretty good cadence range. I think the most important thing is we're not trying to stick you at any cadence. We're giving you the optimal ranges, and then you learn to find your sweet spots. When I say sweet spot, it's not the physiological sweet spot. It's where you can manage the pressure on the pedals and maximize. One of the big things I hate, losing real estate. And losing real estate happens when you back off the pedals at the wrong times, and we need to be aware of just when, instead of getting to the top of a hill, click, click, click all the way down into an easy gear, and then you kind of almost coming to a standstill over the crest. We need to roll into it, find that sweet spot, we'll still recover. Easy gear, 80 cadence to start with. 80 cadence is a crisp climbing cadence. If you don't have a cadence meter, use my legs as a guideline. Can always count, okay? Every 15 seconds, one pedal revolution, 1, 2, 3, 4, 80 cadence, 20 and 15 seconds. So we're dropping down to that. We're gonna do a quick ramp to show what your cadence basically feels like at easy rate. Okay, 80 cadence, bring it up to your 50% number again. And that's as high as I want it to be. relaxed. 8-0. Good. What we're going to do is we're going to spend the next 30 seconds like this. You're going to bring it up 10 RPM. Back off your gear if you're on a bike with gears, if that's what you're using. A couple easier gears probably, depending on your cog set. I don't want the workload to be super high. I want you to get the cadence in. We're going to start to roll up the cadence now. I'll roll it up, and I'll back off the gear right here. 2, 1, 90 RPM, little bit of gear off. Right here. Important principle. If you stay in a gear and increase your cadence, it's a gimme. More power, more speed, more effort. That's why quite often I want you to explore at various cadences what an effort can feel like, or if you can be bringing an effort level feeling down by changing your cadence. 90 cadence right here. Relaxed on the bike. Around 22 pedal strokes, 15 seconds if that's what you're doing. Follow my legs. I creep up a little bit sometimes. Never used to be like that. Used to get on the bike and just mash a big gear. In there with a lot of you who started out like that. All right, hold on to it a little bit longer. You're going to bring it up to 100 cadence next. And this is more at the top end of your optimal on a flat road. All right, you're going to bring it up, 100 cadence. Wind it up, a little bit of gear off. Up, up. Relax your upper body. 25 pedal strokes now every 15 seconds. I see a little bit of this wiggle and wag. Try and keep yourself centered. As we increase the cadence, it's where we really notice our flaws. One of the places we really notice. Just pegged right there. This is a cadence you should know. This is one that you definitely should be able to look down, see that number, look away, come back to it, and it's still there. Good to practice with this. All of these things are super important. We train with numbers, but you gotta feel what all this is doing and what you really feel like on the bike. Okay, now we're getting into a little bit more of an uncomfortable range for some people. I'm gonna nudge you up in 2 parts here. 105, 2, 1. Remember, bit of gear off to make sure that you can get the turnover. I don't care about the watts or the output, cardiovascular output right now. Gonna do plenty of that. 2 big sets. 105. Nicely done, you guys. And we're gonna get up into what's definitely overreaching. Not even where track riders are riding, their pursuits and things, but we're gonna bring it up. 110. Just learning a little more cadence. Smoothing out the pedal stroke. Relax into it. Come on, guys. Quick feet. And we're going to top it off one more time, if you can, without bouncing though. 115 is an awkward high cadence. You're not going to ride around at that. but we're learning a little bit more RPM naturally. So 115 coming up. 2, 1, up, up. Come on, guys. Quick feet. Awkward, I know. Job, hold it right here. Right here. 15 more seconds. Come on, guys. Just think of the pistons. 5, 3, 2, and you can let it go. Back it off. Good job. One of the things, when you're out on your bike, sometimes we're trying to do things just optimally, as efficiently as we can. For example, doing a rolling course, using our gears right on, not losing any momentum, rolling over things, rolling into things, no stutters. In our RPM especially, you can manage to be pretty solid. Sometimes we're riding awkward gears, too big, too little, to try and teach ourselves some other skills and just develop our skill set. So 2 sets. And I'll let you just pedal easy here. They're pretty full on. As I said, we're doing this whole phase, visualizing and working on elements of the Whistler GranFondo. And the very first part, and quite often people haven't ridden it, certainly isn't somewhere you ride on a regular basis. We're going to do our out of the park, behind the car, Taylor way, and then that nasty up and over onto the highway. So I've created 15 minutes interpretation of it. It's not bang on time, but the feelings are what we're focusing on. One of the things when you do these events, doesn't matter what your goal is, if you're trying to be with that front group, trying to make it, trying to break 5, 4 hours, whatever it is, there's going to be a lot of energy. You're going to go out of the gate, and you'll probably be going a little bit harder than you want to. But you do want to make friends, and you do want to push yourself right there, because it's going to set you up for whatever's going to happen, however the rest of the day is going to go. So a few things we want to know. We're coming out of the park, and we're behind a car. We're behind a neutral car. The pace is set to control and not have any big accelerations. But as soon as that pulls off around the bottom of Taylor Way, that's when everybody has been antsy to go. And the whole group just has a big surge. And it's a steep hill. It's around 8-9% at points. It's not long, but you want to be ready for it. So what we're going to do, and we're going to start up here. The efforts, we're rolling out off the bridge at a 7 out of 10 effort at a nice cadence of 90 to 100, preferred cadence. That's setting us up for the hill. We're going to come around the corner. Cadence drops. We're down to definitely a climbing cadence. Hard on the pedals, 70 RPM. And we're at around that threshold number, maybe a little bit over, depending on what groups you're trying to be with or what your time goals are. That's 2 minutes. After that, very importantly, is where we roll in to about a 60% that doesn't feel like 60% at that point, because you're trying to stay with your little posse. Maybe there's 4 wheels, whatever it is, but you want that for going onto the highway. And then we have a rotation for 10 minutes where we're doing little turns on the front, getting onto the back, in the middle of our little group, all right? So this is trying to keep the speed high. Everybody understands? How about one of these for me? Yeah? Okay? Awesome. Getting ready to go then. This is 15.5 minutes. Head down. Please focus on getting the right cadence and find your gear, the appropriate effort. Beautiful day in the park. I was there last year. Sun coming up, everybody excited. We're gonna go in 1 minute, starting at the top here. All right, so this is your last bit of soft pedaling. $90 to 100 cadence. Start bringing that gear in. 70% number, or 7 out of 10. Remember, this is around your hour power, but you're not just riding steady, you're going to be punching it up. 30 seconds, less than 30 seconds. Bring that gear in. Your playlist is the GranFondo playlist. Right now in this effort, you'd be on song 10 if you want to get it there. Dance yourself clean. It's time to go with the effort, which is starting in 5 seconds. Rest of the gear. Come on. Relax upper body. In 2, 1, and rolling off the bridge. In a group. Get yourself into that rhythm. Awesome job. Make sure you're not overgeared here. 30 seconds. Coming around the corner. And you're going to be ready. Hopefully in a good position. Knowing sometimes people get overexcited, mess up their gears. You're not going to get balled up behind them. All right, dropping the cadence. Here we go. Into the bottom of Taylor Way. 70 RPM. 80 to 85%. 2 minutes right now. Come on. On, relax those shoulders. Come on, guys. Hunker down, looking ahead. Any of this. You need to stand and get on top of the gear. That's your style. By all means. Come on. Let your feet work for you. Big power now. On, it's steep, pitchy. Right here, right here. 50 seconds to the top. It's a little bit of a break, a little bit of a shelf. Turn it over right there. Deep breath. Come on, guys. Hold on to this number. Got your group around you. Maybe it's only a few riders, but super valuable to have them with you. Going in the next part. Relax those shoulders. 10 seconds. This is where we're going to be going over the top, finding that sweet spot. 2, 1, back the gear off, going over the crest. 60%, 70, in that range. Come on, guys, 2 more minutes. Recover, recover. Come on, guys, this is where it counts. A couple new friends. $90 to 100 cadence. A little bit more if you're comfortable and efficient there. Find your sweet spot. Awesome job, guys. This is a downhill, but we're not coasting. Nowhere near. Less than a minute. Might want to take a little drink while you still can, but stay focused. On. This is almost harder to do than going hard. Your head around it. All right, got your little posse. Really good, guys. Maybe 4 of you going into the highway. We're gonna make that turn, and it's a little more uphill than any of us want in this first part. 10 minutes now, guys. 2, 1, 70% if you weren't already there. 90 to 100 cadence. Come on, gut it out. 1 more minute like this. This is often feels like when you're just on the back of a group, feels like you should have automatic reprieve, but it's actually how to get settled in. Awesome. 20 more seconds. Come on, guys. On the highway now. Gonna get to take a slight break in the middle of your little group. 2, 1, hold that cadence, back it off. 6 out of 10, use it. Recover, recover, 2 minutes. First little part, pay attention. You have 5 hours to go. You're gonna be thankful of these friends. And in spite of everyone wanting to look at the view, always eyes up, pay attention. What's going on around you? Never fully relax. All right, almost a minute done. Recover. You're starting to feel it coming down. 1 more minute like this. This is probably the 1 minute you actually feel like you're regrouping. After being on the back, after settling in, for your second wheel, you're gonna take a pull, coming up in 40 seconds. Another little drink now. Heart rate's come down a little bit. We've gone from comfortably uncomfortable with a little bit more emphasis on uncomfortable. We're gonna make ourselves more uncomfortable again. Working as a group now. We see a couple more riders up ahead. I'd like to make us a bigger group. 10 seconds, your choice of cadence. 80 to 90%, 30 seconds. You need a little bit of gear. Come on, rolling onto the front. 2, 1, 30 seconds, come on. Up, up. Awesome. Wind it up. You're in control of the speed on the front. guys. Almost at 5. 3, 2, give a little signal. Onto the back. 70%. Use your cadence. Little gear off. Get yourself there. Remember, these numbers, whether you're trying to be in a front group, break 4 hours, break 5, break 6, they're all related to your personal ability, meaning 70% could be a very different number for 2 people. Feeling's the same. Comfortably uncomfortable. 5 seconds. We're bringing it down to 60% in the middle of the group. 2, 1. Hold on to that cadence. Don't drop the effort or the gear too much. This is important. Group speed. Awesome job. Come on. Feel yourself recovering a little bit. 90 seconds to go here. Still on that upper levels highway. It's a bit of a slog. All the way till we get a bit of a flat halfway to Horseshoe Bay. And then we're on the nice part of the highway. 1 minute like this. Feeling it come down. Learning to recover at this effort level. Nowhere near full recovery. Less than a minute. Might have time to look around now just a little bit. Assess your new friends or your old friends you're riding with. Ride as a team. Keep everyone engaged. Keep it honest. Another little drink. Another little drink. Ten seconds. Your second wheel, you're rolling through to the front. Getting ready now. Little bit of gear. Back on the front. 80 to 90%. Up, up. Come on. You're doing the work now. 30 seconds. Come on, guys. Focus. Awesome job. Come on. 10. 3, 2, 70%. Back to that hour power. On the back. Doesn't feel easy. Come on, guys. At this point, more of the uncomfortable than the comfortable. Come on. Bring it down. 30 more seconds like this. Using your cadence. Come on, guys. Back to that beautiful 60%. Just over 10 seconds. Hold on to the cadence. Sweet spot for now. 3, 2, 1. Hold on to the cadence. Little bit of gear off. Sitting on the wheels. Come on, so good, you guys. 2 minutes like this. Those other few riders just ahead of us, trying to tag onto the back of it. So we have maybe 6, 7, 8. Awesome job, guys. Come on. Gotta focus on this. 1 more minute and a bit. 1 more pull. You can see those riders up ahead. Closer, closer. Gonna be getting to some of the nice rolling downhill before we get out to Horseshoe Bay at about 15K. All right, guys. Feel that heart rate's come down a bit. Push through this. Almost easier to get to the hard part. You're taking a pull. 20 seconds. It's going to bring you right up to the people ahead of you. This is a great team effort. Getting ready now. 8 to 9 out of 10. 80 to 90%. Hold your cadence, or even a little bit up. 30 seconds. 2, 1. Come on, guys. Right out of the back of that group. Up, up, up. Come on, give me a little more. Getting a break after this. 15. Come on, guys, so good. Eyes up. A little fierce. There you go. We got them. 3, 2, and relax. Recover, recover. Easy pedaling. Nicely done, team. We have 3.5 minutes recovery. Go easy. It can be as easy as getting up off the couch, make a cup of tea. All right, nice turnover. So I've done the RBC GranFondo route most years. It's been on, sometimes as ambassador. Last year, actually rode it trying to make my qualifying just in case. I've been in retirement a long time, so not sure about that. But one year, I rode up with a little group of junior girls, and they're all, junior means under 17. They were amazing, and we rode it actually from the very back, because we had to start behind everyone. And no worries, we just rode it as a team and rode just as consistently as we could. One girl was really good in the downhill, the flats. 1, 2 were good on the hills. We had to kind of use everybody's strengths to make the best of it. A couple times, there's little weights, but everybody was trying to put in a really good honest effort to go as fast as we could in a group. So we don't know what the groups are gonna look like, big, small, whatever, but don't underestimate how much it can help you with whatever your goals are, right? Camaraderie, a little bit of group suffering. It's not pain, remember. Pain is different. Suffering is just learning to dig deep, okay? So we're gonna do that again because it was so much fun. And again, this is just really trying to give you an idea of some of the hard part in the beginning, really settles down after everybody gets a little bit of their yayas out, but you can at least make the best of your start, get into a rhythm. Okay, Ready, Freddie? Going again. We're gonna find that first minute, we're back to the top. We're going to that 7 out of 10, which, as we said, from all our testing and doing assessments for people, most people, 70 to 75%, are their hour power, which means when we're doing this, going up and down and waving all around it, changes the feeling, but that's kind of the base of where we're going into it. So 30 seconds. Remember the first part again, 90 to 100 cadence. Just so you know, it really helps me when I can see you in the Hollywood Square and see what people are doing. I know, it's early in the morning. Okay, from a coaching perspective though. All right, 10 seconds, 70%, bring it up. And we're rolling off the bridge again. Rode all the way back to do it again. 2, 1, come on, 60 seconds. Get yourself to that tempo. Don't overcook it, but you're not soft pedaling. 30 seconds. And get ourselves in position. Hi. Get ourselves in position. Awesome job. 15 seconds now. Hitting the base of the hill. Car's going to pull away again. Drop that cadence. Right into 8-9%. It's not pretty. Bring that gear up. 80 to 85%. 2, 1. Come on now, 2 minutes. We're not bobbing from side to side, keeping all that power, driving the knee up, pulling the foot back. See a lot of people on Taylor Way, sorry to look like this, right? We want to learn, use our power. Get up this sucker. Good. Big, strong pedal strokes. Awesome job, we're almost at halfway. Come on, guys. Always look to the top. Up and over. Don't get yourself caught looking down at the road, even just in front of the bike. Look ahead, where you want to go. Less than a minute. Come on. Big, powerful. Feel those hamstrings. You want to stand a few pedal strokes? That's your call. Fits your style. Up, up. Just don't blow yourself up. Take the bike with you. Don't throw it into anyone. Come on, guys. Up and over the crest. Look where you want to go. Saving just a little bit so that you can get that sweet spot. Couple people coming around you now again. We're gonna get on those wheels. Remember, 60 to 70%. Use your cadence. Up, up. Come on. 2 minutes. Push, push, push. More cadence you can use to get the same power, better it's gonna be. A little bit less muscle fatigue. Move that blood around. Come on, 30 seconds. Awesome job. This is one of the most important parts. After a hard hill, lots of times we relax, Feel like we're at the top of the hill, but we need to carry it over. Don't lose real estate. One done. Come on, guys. Come on, Veronica. Come on, Sarah. All right, guys. There's your wheels right there. You're good now. Hold it. 30 seconds. Take a little drink. 10-minute piece. Highways turning up a little bit. Effort up to 7 out of 10. First minute of our pace line. Ready? 2, 1. Here we go. Come on. Awesome job. Come on. Come on, Ron. It's that first little bit. 30 seconds. Setting ourselves up. Good, we're going to be in the middle of our little posse again. Focused. 10 seconds. Just a bit off. 60%. Got some wheels now. You're in the middle of it. 3, 2, tiny bit of gear off. 60%. Come on. Come on, hunker down. Stay in the game. $90 to 100 cadence. Use that cadence. So good. Come on. First time through. Settled. Those of you from Vancouver, you know we're on the first pitch. Some of the West Vancouver exits. We're going to ride this pace line about halfway to Horseshoe Bay. Okay? Come on. One more minute like this. Setting yourself up for your turn. We just have to commit to this. Stay focused. We get to the downhill. Get a whole reset. 30 seconds now. The team's doing all their work. Getting ready to pull through. $80 to 90. When you get to the front, come on everyone, in 10, get yourself ready, your turn in the wind. Here we go, 3, 2, up, up, up. Come on, you're in charge of the speed. Come on, you worked really hard. You want to stay with us now. Halfway. Awesome. And squeeze it out. Little more. 5, 3, 2, 7 out of 10, 70%. Come on. Recover. It's uncomfortable. 1 minute. Guys, think you can. Bite-sized pieces, okay? Don't get ahead of yourself. 30 seconds at a time. 30 more seconds here. Getting that nice little piece in the middle of the group. Always just looking ahead of the bike. Just thinking a few more pedal strokes. Back to that 60 in 2, 1, 60%. Come on, guys. So good. We're just gonna stay 90 seconds here this time. And we're pulling through. Just gonna give ourselves extra minute. Recover, recover. Lots of times doing things like this. Think, oh, can't do another minute. Can't do another 2 minutes. Don't think of that. Think about 10 seconds. Think about 20. We had one person drop out of our group. Couldn't keep the blistering pace. So you're back on the front. 30 seconds faster. Okay, that happens. 15 seconds. Getting ready. You're back to the front. Responsible for the speed. Start bringing that gear up. In 3, 2, and 1. Come on. Dig deep now. Second last time on the front. Come on, push, push. Halfway. Come on, guys. Group ahead of us is so close. 5. Shoulder check. Signal. 7 out of 10. Last time. Come on. Come on. That group. Up ahead. Think you can. Think you can. Everyone's legs hurt. All right, guys. One more. 60%. One more pull. Group right ahead of us. Using all our matches now for this section. And 60%. Recover, recover. Come on, guys. Bring it down. Group ahead, looking back. They know we're catching them. Come on, everybody. A little bit of fire in the belly. Bite-sized pieces. They're right there. We're gonna do our one last pull. All right, guys. Right for the top of the crest on the highway. Downhill after this. Going a little early. Someone's sitting on again. All right, ready? In 10. You're gonna give me 30 seconds. Honest, hard push into this group. Nice bit of relax after this. 2, 1. Come on, guys. Dig deep cruisy bit of downhill. Good job. Okay, 2 big segments. Well done. Sorry, we went a minute or 2 over. I want you to stay turning the pedals. Ideally, good 5 minutes. Easy as you like. Easy as you like. Awesome job, everyone. Breathe. Get some fluids in as quickly as you can. Awesome job, everyone. How was that? One of these? One of these? Good. Well, all of these workouts are getting videoed as well. So you'll be able to pick any of them up at your own convenience. And they'll be on our YouTube channel. Just tag Cycling YouTube. And don't forget to sign up Thursday. Our next crux point is, I don't know if I should tell you and break the suspense, Furry Creek Hill. All right, any of you who are from here? Not as bad as it seems. Okay, so nice. Turn the pedals over. Sit yourself up. It's a wrap on this part of